Hi, in this video I'll be showing you this. It's the Beko CCFM1582 fridge freezer. Now Beko are very channel specific when they range their fridge freezers, as in for this model we are part of a big buying group called Euronics and this is exclusive to them. There are other models that are exclusive to other retailers. There's a CRFG1582, there's a CFG1582. All of these models are very similar. But for the purpose of this video, then I will be concentrating on this model, the CCFM1582. And really what I want to do is to sort of show you around the fridge freezer, some of the features and benefits that it offers, and really why it's one of the best selling fridge freezers in the UK. So let's have a look. So first of all, to mention the dimensions on this model. First of all, we've got the height, which is 182 centimetres, the width, which is 54.5 centimetres, and the depth, which is 60 centimetres. And we'd always recommend to allow a little bit of space behind the fridge freezer, and you do actually get two of these. These are designed to sit on the back of the fridge freezer to basically allow space. I'll show you how to fit those a bit later on. But yeah, they're the dimensions. So if you are thinking of ordering one, please just have a measure, make sure it fits in first. There's nothing worse than getting a fridge freezer that arrives at your home and you find it doesn't fit in the space. So what I'll do is I'll show you inside the fridge now. And first of all, as you notice on this model, it's actually got flush handles, which to be fair quite a lot of people like. There are some other models where you have a physical handle, but I must say I do like this design. So when you come to open the fridge, that is the furthest the door will open, so it doesn't open all the way back, but I think for the majority of people then that should be okay. First thing you'll notice is that it has got an LED light, and the main advantage is you don't need to change the bulb in there, and it provides a nice even light throughout the fridge. You have actually got 4 shelves in here, and all of these shelves you can take out. They're nice and easy to clean, and then once you've finished, got them dry, then they can go back in there. You have got quite a few shelf positions in here, so you can move the shelves around, or if you have got some very tall items, then you can just take the shelves out. At the bottom here, we've got the salad box, and again it's just a nice simple design, but most people prefer one large box compared to a couple of smaller boxes, which some other manufacturers have. It just makes it, things like celery or long things like leeks, it just makes it easier to store things like that. What you'll also notice in the door, you have got 3 different compartments, so all of these can be removed easily. So this one I'll just show you at the bottom, that can come out, so if you do want to clean these, then that's a nice and easy operation to do, and then that just drops back in there. Or if you do need replacement items, then they're nice and easy to get hold of through Beko. You'll also notice that you do get a cheeky little egg tray. That's just in the door, then you can store 6 eggs in there if you want to. So a couple of things just to show you. So in here you've got this plastic part, and that is designed to sit in there. I'd normally recommend keeping it in there, don't take it out. And that's really designed to keep any food residue that you can get dropped down here, and it just stops it from falling down the back and landing on the tray around the compressor. It is always recommended every now and then just to sort of poke that through the hole just to make sure that it is nice and clear. So the next thing I'll show you is the control, and this really stems from one of my other YouTube videos that a subscriber said that they really enjoyed the video. I think it was a hot point freezer that I was talking about, but I didn't show them how to set the control on it. So I'll just show you on this model, and it goes from minimum all the way up to number 4, and you got maximum after that. So what I normally recommend, and what we normally do, is to set it on say 3, and a lot of this, the temperature that you set this on can depend on the ambient temperature that the fridge freezer is sitting in. So if it's in a very warm kitchen, then it might need to be turned up a little bit. So it just means I have to work a little bit harder to keep all the food down to temperature. Whereas if it's outside, or if it is going into say a garage or a very cold utility, then you might not need it on a high temperature. Just turn it down to say number 2. But what I often recommend is to get a fridge and freezer thermometer and just pop it in here, and just, well, I'll just provide a link to show you where to get one at a competitive price. These are ones that we normally sell quite well. So I'll just show you inside the freezer, but just before I do that and show you all the drawers and everything, I'll just show you the hinges. So on this model you can actually reverse the doors. So what you can do is you can actually unscrew the hinges at the bottom and just at the very bottom, and this just enables you to reverse the doors. Now for some people this is a deciding factor on which model to go for, but it was just really to show you that on this model it is actually really easy to reverse the doors. And as you can see here, all you need to do is take this cover off, and then that's where you pop the hinge over to the other side. So I'll just show you the drawers inside the freezer, and I must admit this is one thing that a lot of our customers like, is it is all drawers in here. On some models, especially at the top, you might get a flap that drops down, but on the whole they're not normally that great. But in here, as I can show you, you've actually got very substantial drawers, and I do like the design of this, which is separate at the front. So if ever over the years that you do break, say, the handle or just this part, you don't have to replace the whole drawer, you can just replace the front of it, which keeps the cost down. You'll also find they are quite a good size as well. So they are around 38 centimeters wide by about 32 centimeters deep. So that's fairly standard for these top three drawers. And as with most fridge freezers, the bottom one is slightly shallower because you've got the motor behind it. But what I do like is that you've got handles in the side here. So if, you know, especially when they're full, they can be quite heavy, and it just makes life a little bit easier. So not hugely important to the actual working of the fridge freezer, but I will just show you this. You've actually got the fan at the back here, and what you'll find, because this model is frost free, then it saves you having to defrost it, which is always a good thing. One other thing that I will show you is in here you've actually got glass shelves, and I know you're thinking, well, why would you want glass shelves in a freezer? But the main advantage is if you have got a large turkey, so if it's Christmas time, and what you can do is you can actually take that shelf out and you don't have to put the top basket in. So just to show you the energy label on this model, as you can see it is an A+ energy rating, and it shows you it's got 300 kilowatt hours per annum as an average use. The capacity on this, because I haven't really talked about the capacity, so on the freezer it's 95 litres, which is actually really good. If you're comparing it to other models with similar dimensions, then 95 litre capacity is actually very good. And you've also got 168 litres on the fridge, and again that's, you know, very impressive. And then you've got the sound, which is 41 decibels, and a lot of that can depend on the type of floor it's on. So if it's on a, say, a hard floor, say a stone floor, then that can make it a little bit noisier. Whereas if it's on, say, a carpeted or, say, a rubber mat, something like that, then that can really reduce, put my teeth back in, that can really reduce the noise level of this fridge freezer and any fridge freezer. So a couple of other things to mention. First of all, this model has something called freezer guard, and basically that means that it has the ability to go into a garage or down to an area that has an ambient temperature of down to -15. And part of the reason we sell a lot of Beko fridge freezers is that the majority of the range have got that option. That has a huge benefit, because if it is out in a garage, then if you do have a fault somewhere along the line, then when the manufacturer calls out, then they're not going to complain that it is in a low ambient temperature, which could be the same with a lot of other manufacturers. And talking about the guarantee, as you can see at the top here, then it has got a 1-year guarantee, and I do recommend that when you buy the product, as soon as you get it, just register it with Beko, so if there are any issues, then you've got the cover straight away. Now I know for a lot of people looking around the back of the fridge freezer isn't too important, but I did say I would show you about the installation of the little plastic part that I mentioned earlier. And that's one just in place, and all they do, so this is the other one, and all you do is you just pop it in there and just twist it, and that's just really designed to stop it being pushed all the way back to the wall. So it's a very simple device, but very effective, and we'd always recommend using those. And just to show you at the bottom here, this is where the mains lead is. So for some people, installation is quite important as to where the mains lead is, so I just thought I'd show you that as well. If you're thinking of buying one of these fridge freezers, I have provided a link below to show you where to get one at a competitive price. I hope you enjoyed this quick video on the Beko CCFM1582 fridge freezer. Please give us a thumbs up, click subscribe on a YouTube video, and leave any comments below. I'd always ask for comments, whether it's good or bad, about the video, what you thought about it. Also, if you've got any questions about the fridge freezer, then leave a comment and I'll get back to you. Also, if you have got one of these, then let me know what you think about it, because I'd always enjoy feedback as to people that have actually got them and what you really think about it. Thanks for watching.